What it is, world, man. Mr. Afternoons right now. E.T. Cali inside the galaxy. If you guys are just now checking in, man, before she says anything, first time I even kind of heard about this woman was like, I want to say it was like 2018 or 19. I think you had a song with Godson.
Yeah, Fred the Godson.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was the first time I even had heard of you. But then when I did my research, you've been doing this for a minute. Not even just from the artist perspective, but from behind the scenes. I'll make you look nice. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean, Miss Bobbi Storm? How you doing?
I'm doing amazing. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. First of all, let's talk about the look real quick.
Okay.
We spiky, we shiny, we got the hair swooped.
Yeah.
We got on the same pants.
We got on the same pants today?
What we talking about today?
That's what I'm talking about. Ready for war.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I felt the energy, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that anyway.
Yeah, I'm feeling that.
Detroit to ATL though. I
Yes.
mean, the weather up there right now is not delightful.
It was definitely snowing before I left.
Really?
So I'm happy to not be in a heavy winter coat out here.
Yeah. For you, this is like summertime still, maybe spring or fall.
It's a little chilly for me.
It's chilly
Today. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a summer baby.
Okay.
So all of this is just,
Yeah.
I'm ready for some good weather.
The behind the scenes of your career though, like the writing perspective of it, people might not know everything. Because when we get a chance to talk with certain artists, a lot of people don't know that, hey, I've done this for y'all. Y'all don't even know that I'm the cultivator of the food that you eat. Some of the artists you've written for, or you've helped out writing, or maybe who?
I mean, I haven't written for a lot of artists yet.
I know I see it says writer on there, so I was just making sure.
Because I write my own music.
You write your own music?
Yes.
There it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
yeah.
the passionate perspective of it is, when I listen to your records though, is it always written through experience or through visuals of other people's experience?
Most of it is written from experience. I'd say 60-40. So
60-40 you,
60-40 is experience.
Okay.
And 40 is just the vibe that I get that speaks to me from the music.
Okay. And you hear a beat and you go, this makes me feel like this, puts me in the zone of, and then you start penning whatever that emotion is.
Exactly.
Because music is the voice of human emotion.
Yes.
Okay, now, you recently had the Delta thing.
Yeah.
I was like kind of shocked by that. I was like, what's the problem here? Is America gotten too sensitive about everything? Everything.
You know, we're going through some tough times now, so I think everybody just has the right to feel however they feel. But I'm just living through my purpose.
Right.
Yeah.
That was a good answer. See, that was very political right there. Someone was like, just say this. But it was really telling to me though when I saw that. I was like, I don't understand. Like, if no one's complaining, you know, if 99% of the people are cool and that 1% has an issue, it's like, sorry, 1%, you lost the argument here. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know.
And that's it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, she's not giving me no juice on that one. I'll let that one slide. Well, anyway, it's a telling thing that the world that we're living in now is that's the excitement. It's to see drama. It's like, what about the music? Does that does that bother you sometimes? No,
not at all. You know, I'm just here to, like I said, continue to walk in my purpose.
And, all right. And what is that purpose? You tell me.
That's to share my gift with the world and with my holy mixes, bridging the gap between the sanctuary and the street.
Yeah. And I've seen that a lot of the times because I listen. I think was it La 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 La?
Yeah.
La,
yeah.
Yeah.
La 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 la
Yeah.
la la la.
Yeah, you sound better doing it. I can't. My mom's a singer, but I didn't pick that up from her.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't take no lessons. She does opera classical training.
I did too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it? It's strange. My mother would sing my name, and that's how I knew I was in trouble. From like down the hall, but if my name was sung, I didn't do the dishes or something.
Oh.
That's how I got in trouble.
I mean, that was a good way of getting in trouble. Some people get that belt.
I know it was the singing and then it was the pain.
Gotcha.
Sing if the name was sung,
so
the
she
bell
was
was
warming
rung.
you up.
Yeah, that was like, just so you know,
this is coming.
Like, oh damn,
oh man,
let me go in here and take this whooping real quick. but from Detroit,
yeah,
how does that influence your passion in your music?
I think just coming out of Detroit, everybody has their story of the things that they've been through.
Right.
And then aside from us, I think that it's just embedded in us, that Motown, radio, just playing radio at every single event and music just being the center of everything that we do. Every celebration, every anytime anybody dies.
Right.
You know, when Aaliyah died, I heard it on the radio. So a lot of emotions and experiences come from music and radio, and that's really big for us in Detroit, for sure.
Detroit has been known to be like, the blue collar city of the United States. When people think of Detroit, they think of grinding, working. They think of cars, right?
Yeah.
Factories.
Factory.
Rebuilding. Like, it's just always been this blue collar town of like, I'm going to grind through it,
Right. Mm-hmm.
Do you ever get tired of the grind? Just like, I just need some peace.
Never. I mean, my motto is every single day that you're given another day, you're given another chance.
Yeah. And with these experiences coming from Detroit right now, when you go through these other places, right, and you see some of the people, like, I don't know, complain about whatever they're complaining about.
Yeah.
And you think about where you're from, you'd be like, oh my God.
I mean, I think everybody should find a way to find the goodness in what they have, especially if it's clothes on their back, necessities, health, just waking up every single day. I feel like everybody should find a way to be grateful in that, because it's easy to look up and find circumstances across this world that are way worse.
When you walk into a situation, a room or a project, is the first thing in your head is, and I mean this seriously, like, is the first thing in your head like, okay, I can't trust the room, or I can't trust the situation, so let me guard this first? Or
absolutely not. No.
Okay, or is the situation let me just see what the room is?
Yeah, let me check out my surroundings. Let me see who I'm talking to.
Right.
Let me ask and channel wisdom and how I can be used in that place. How I can be valuable.
Reading the energy of a room.
Somewhat, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then when you apply that to your what you have going on, and you're in the studio with somebody, how does that help you or not help you if you're in the booth? Because it's kind of like, if I'm in the room sometimes, because I've written for some people and I've worked with some people, and if the vibe is weird, then the writing is based off of
definitely
the energy in the room, So does that ever affect you sometimes if you're in the studio and you're like, maybe the engineer's a little tired or the producer's being a certain way, and it's like you can't hit the certain note because their energy's off?
Well, it happened yesterday.
Really?
And we actually just stopped, and I said, you want me to pray for you? And she loved that. It was a lot of things going on before she walked in, and a lot of things she carried with her. Yeah. And that just happens. Whenever you're out in the world, you got all these different things going on. As people, you're ripping and running all the time. And sometimes you forget to just take a second and stop, you know? And so I make sure, if I have not began my session, how I begin my days, centering myself and really getting in the right state of mind, that I pause if that ever surfaces, and regroup, and we sit and just,
I didn't dive into like relationship stuff. And a lot of the times when I'm doing my conversations, I don't like to call them interviews, because a lot of the times when I'm doing my conversations with people, everyone's looking for the aha moment kind of stuff. I don't do the aha moments kind of stuff. I just like to just chill with people, have a conversation with them. Is the love life, I don't know what the love life is like. So is there one, or is there not one, or is it just business only?
There isn't one.
Okay.
No love life. Mm-mm.
That's it?
I mean, I recently had a breakup.
Really?
But I feel like it happened right on time.
Why do you feel like it happened on time?
Because now I can be focused on everything that's happening in my life.
From the business music side?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So no longer, I don't got to deal with whatever our issues are.
Right.
Let's just go here.
Exactly. No love lost.
No love lost, though.
Yeah.
Right. I know a lot of people, I don't want to say their names, but you know who they are. And they'll say things like, they'll be in situationships where such and such is a muse for this particular song or this thing. Do you apply that sometimes from your relationships?
Well, I kind of just got started. So we never know where we'll go with it. I am looking forward to having some nice bachelors court me.
Really?
In the way that I should be courted, because that was how my mindset was before I got to this level. I've always had the mindset like,
you just opened the door for me. Let me not for me, not that way. Hold on, stop. But I'm saying, like, you open the door with the word court.
Yeah.
Okay. And I have 6 sisters.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some are like my biological, some are my stepsisters that I grew up with.
Yeah.
Okay. And we have these conversations about the dynamics of what it looks like to date in this era.
Yeah.
I don't like to call it a demographic or generation, because now everyone's just kind of like mixed together.
Okay.
And the influence is going across different age groups now.
Right.
So like you got, like, for example, like 40-some-year-old women talking about getting flued out. Like, if you don't go, sit down.
Right.
So
I know what you mean.
Okay. So when you say the word court,
yes.
and I told my sisters, I was like, well, why are men approaching like this? Well, women aren't generally requiring it no more.
Standards.
The standards have said, we don't want you to court us no more. We want you to pay us now. What do you have to give me? Are you flying me out? Can I get a bag? You see it on every podcast, on every Instagram post. Like, so men all will generally respond and go, okay, no more of the suits. I don't have to meet the dad. I don't have to court you. What does it mean to court you?
Well, it means that the time and the effort and the years I've put over the past few years into renewing my mind and me recognizing my value will not go to waste for just anybody.
Of course.
That's what that means. It means if I now understand who I am, whoever I'm with should understand who I am and what it is that I deserve.
Do you think that we have to unlearn what we have learned so that we can, how do I put this? So that we can, like, learn to love again?
100%.
Now, look, I agree from both sides, right? And whenever these kind of like relationship conversations come up, it becomes this tug of war thing of like, men are this and women are that. I'm like, it's not about that. It's just we've learned some things that were wrong. We have to admit, just because we learned it from our mom or our dad doesn't mean that they were correct.
Correct.
It just means that's what they learned and they passed it down.
Generational
and we have to
curses.
we have to look at it and go, oh, you know what? That was wrong.
Right.
You know, I still love you.
Yeah.
You did what you knew you thought was the right thing. It turned out to be the wrong thing, and that's okay. But I can admit it and unlearn it and then retrain myself. I don't think people want to retrain themselves. They just want to say, I'm a 10, and if you don't think I'm a 10, then you're the problem.
Well, I had no choice. I had to make sure if I would, because even those people, even if they haven't came, because it's all about coming to that reckoning on when you want to make a choice.
Right.
And so even if those people haven't gotten there, there's still something inside of them that feels like they're not living their best life.
Okay.
And that's when the choice comes, when you feel like you have gotten so low that there's no other place to go but up. And when you're going up, there's certain things that have to fall off on you, just like a rocket.
Right.
Its boosters fall off
and then
when it
goes to the next level.
elevates. Right. Correct. And so that's the decision that it made for me when I knew I was supposed to be living a certain life of abundance and I was supposed to be happy and I was supposed to be treated right and I was supposed to be all these things I discovered with discovering my value. I knew I'd had to make that choice.
Before we start talking about the music, I just want to ask you this. As a man, and I always talk to a lot of, like when I talk to the men artists, like I talked to T Grizzly about this, a couple other guys. I said, for us, it's this. And people might not agree, but I'm telling you, every guy will agree with this. For us, we have to cry in the showers and pray in the shadows, because our feelings, whenever we speak generally, if we speak about what we think or what we've been experiencing, we're labeled. You're a narcissist. You're a simp.
Sensitive.
You're sensitive. Oh, what's the new one now? Sassy. Sassy's the new one. So if a man speaks out about anything that a woman's doing, he's labeled. So men go, you know what? Screw it. I'll go cry in the shower, pray in the shadows. Where do you put your pain?
Definitely in my music.
Of course. Now, I've heard that. La was pretty clear.
Yeah, that was. And Lazy Love.
Yeah.
In my music, I give it over, you know, and I pray and I journal and I sometimes cry. And, you know, I'm not afraid of owning in on my emotions. When I recently went through that breakup, there was a point throughout the week where I was like, it really seems like this was supposed to happen during this time. So why am I feeling these things? And it was because I had gone to him for him to deliver me, for him to, rescue me out of situations, but never for comfort.
Gotcha. Oh, save me from the trauma, but don't
like grieving.
Don't carry me in the happiness.
Yeah, like grieving and things like that. Sometimes we're really not one with our emotions.
Yeah,
and it's okay to be one with our emotions.
Right. All right. Talk about the music now. Let's get all the good stuff out.
Yes, let's get to that good stuff.
Let's get to that good stuff right now. You know what I mean? So, okay, let's talk about the music, the project, single, everything. Let's go. What we got going on?
Well, We Can't Forget Them.
Okay.
It's my single that's out right now. Why I'm going from state to state.
State to state. We got it.
Yeah, and really just connecting with the people who are clearly connected to the message.
Right.
And supporting me. And, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm also working on a holy mixtape.
Okay.
And that should be top of the year, but maybe a single might come in between that.
Okay. Yep. So I want to just tell you thank you for stopping by, because it's been crazy. And I love just having conversations like this, because a lot of the times when you're dealing with certain artists, the idea is the music, right?
Yeah.
But the other perspective of it is people don't realize it's like, they want to get to know you a little bit.
Yeah.
Just like, that's how people connect.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
They like the music, but they end up loving you because they feel like they have a connection with you.
Yeah.
And when we talk like this, a lot of the times it's just getting out that kind of connection for people to go, oh, I didn't know that about her.
Yeah.
Now I connect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love the jacket, by the way.
Thank you.
I got my Doc Martens in, and we got the same outfit on. Fellas, come correct or don't come at all.
Hey, period.
And have some money.